Did you know that we eat on average around 5 grams of microplastics every week? That's about the same amount as a credit card. Humans have produced over 50 billion tons of plastic since the early 1950s. 79% which has ended up in our landfills and in our oceans.
Discarded plastics breaks down into smaller pieces called microplastics. These are plastics smaller than 5 millimeters in size that enter our waterways and soils, eventually making its way into our food chain via the seafood we eat and our fruits and veggies. To us humans, these particles pose a significant health risk by triggering chemical pathways involved in forming cancerous cells. But to our friends in the ocean, these plastics could be life-threatening. Let's look at an example. As we walk along the rocky shore, we can see tons of tiny, brightly colored Cape urchins. If you look even closer, you might notice that they are all wearing hats. Urchins stick objects to them like rocks and shells as a form of natural sun protection to avoid the damaging UV rays from the sun. You can imagine that any unexpected sea urchin might just use a piece of plastic nearby as a hat instead of a shell. Plastic releases chemicals into the ocean, and exposure to water polluted by microplastics have been found to cause a variety of abnormalities among developing sea urchins, including deformed skeletons and nervous systems. This raises new questions about the broader impacts of plastics on the marine life, which we know very little about.
It is up to us to reduce the amount of plastic and pollution we put into our oceans, not just for our health, but the health of our ocean ecosystems.